He goes, your swing's good, this is good, go have fun.
Go have fun. We got these guys behind us. They don't look like they're having fun. They look like kind of pissed I'm in their way right now. But
oh my God, he's huge.
I get asked all the time.
Do we eat kangaroos?
Do we eat kangaroos? Weird Australian.
Yeah, Vegemite and cheese on
Oh,
toast.
jeez. What's up, guys? I'm Nick Steiner. This is Brody Harbinson, and welcome to the all-new series by Back to Basics Golf, Coffee, and Carts, where it's going to give you a chance to know some of the players out there, hopefully help you with your game at home, and look at what they're actually working on.
That's it. Hopefully I can help.
Let's get out there.
Absolutely.
All right, Brody, we're out here at hole 1 on Heritage Golf Club. What do we got here? What are we looking at?
We're looking at pretty much a medium par 4. It's quite easy, but this wind's going to test the tee shot because you need to make sure you keep it right enough just before the wind takes it over. But pretty stock standard, hit the fairway, wedge it on, I reckon. Well, that's a plan anyway.
And what club do we got?
We've got the 3-iron today.
3-iron, all right. Let's see you rip it. Down out of this gnarly wind here. Great shot, Brody. Let's go down and see what you got. With this Coffee and Carts, the whole thing really is just to really tell your story and learn about some of the professionals that are out there, but also give tips and tricks that we can to some of our community as well.
Of course.
How did you get started in golf, and where did you really find the love for it, and maybe what kept you going initially?
I got into golf classic like most Australians do. It's like you kind of grow up playing kind of footy or cricket, and you find golf as your getaway. And so cricket was a big part of my growing up as a young kid, and then my dad always told me we have to go play golf at least once a week just to switch off from that game. And I think golf kind of was supposed to calm you down a bit, but it went the other way. So I was playing golf at least once a week whilst I was playing full time as a cricketer, trying to make it on that scene. But like I said, ever since, it's just taken over my life now, eh?
What do you got here, Brody?
So what we're looking at is probably, what do we got? 130 to the pin with a big kind of gale force wind off the right.
Feels like 100 knots.
Oh, it's nuts. So my pretty much one goal here is just try and get it to the fat part of the green, which is obviously left of the flag. Missing it right is a no-go here, so I'm just going to try and do my best, get it there. I'm hitting with a 9-iron right now. So try and start it low, and if it finishes anywhere middle, left of the green, we're pretty happy.
Oh, just a bit right and short. Now we're going to get a nice little bunker shot here for the folks to see. So Brody, we're just talking a little bit about your personal journey and growing up and what that was like. And like you said, getting out with your dad once a week. Did you feel like it was something that you were pressured to do, or really your family kind of left it up to you to choose what you wanted to do?
No, that's where my whole upbringing was pretty much cricket my whole life. That's all I wanted to do, and that was kind of the pressure at the time. And I feel like golf was that thing where, Dad got me into it, but then it was a thing where it kind of became my own little treat to myself, to get away from what I was doing, and especially, I guess, going through school as well. It's a good thing to socialise with some mates. But I found golf now was never kind of in the plan. It just kind of came about it. And it's like pretty much most people I see this day where once you get golf clubs in your hands, it becomes an addiction.
Yeah, it's a bug, right? Like they always say.
Oh, and that's what I found too. It's like, it's a game where it's social, it's fun, and like I said, it's a thing where it's all up to you too. Then that's the best part I found about it, where you could, if you're feeling tired, you don't want to go out there, you don't have to go train. But like I said, if you're really motivated, you want to push hard, you can. There's no right or wrong. Yeah,
definitely one of those sports that you get out of it, what you put into it is the big thing as well too.
I just find it's a good community vibe where it teaches you more about life because you're around so many different people all the time, especially when you're, I guess, at a golf club and that club environment too. It's a thing where you do a lot of self-development, I reckon. That's what I see it. But I say with golf now, it's just, it's taken over my life for the better, maybe for the worse a bit, but...
Well, better for worse. Let's take a look at this bunker shot and see how you do. All right, Brody, what are you thinking here when you're approaching this bunker shot?
It's not easy. It's clearly rained overnight, so the sand's a bit clampy here, but like I said, we want to try and get as high as we can, as soft as we can. Like the idea is get it nice and high, but get it down onto the green as quick as we can too.
Oh, excellent shot. All right, Brody, talk us through this putt.
So what we're looking at, from visually, I'm seeing a left to right putt. Like I said, definitely is a left to right putt, but the hardest thing is going to tell, there's a lot of wind that's going to come into play. So I think we just need to play for that.
I got $3 he makes it. Oh, great putt, Brody.
Cheers.
Shot.
Cheers.
You know, what are really the keys to long-term success as a professional golfer?
I reckon there's two parts. Like, as a playing point of view, I would say consistency is the biggest thing. As a professional, it's your job to keep everything in as much control as possible. Like, I feel like it's, like I said, you're your own business at the point where you make sure you're doing the right things, putting the right things in your body, or if the swing's not right, putting the time in on the range. So I feel like if you're able to, like, the game is, there's so many variables that happen in this sport. If you can try and control the ones you can and make sure you're consistent on that, I feel like that's the difference between the PGA Tour guys versus, you know, guys that are in, like, you know, tier 3 tours or something like that, is where top guys are just so good at management of what they do, who they are. And that's why I say the word consistency, I think, knocks it all on the head in that point.
Yeah, and you and I had a little bit of a chat about this the other day. Like, you've obviously traveled, well, not obviously, the viewers are just learning about you, but traveled to quite a few places around the world. Yeah. Where have you traveled, and where has the game kind of taken to you with those opportunities?
Well, I found it's like, I want to throw myself in the deep end early. Like, you know, I played a lot of amateur golf around Australia, and, like, as a personality point of view, I love to travel, and I love to kind of get immersed in other people's cultures. And I found that, like, when I first turned pro, I ended up clocking up, I think it was like 13 different countries, which was great, where, you know, if there wasn't much golf happening here in Australia due to the winter, I was traveling over to the UK. I ended up playing full-time on the MENA tour, which was North Africa, so that takes you to, like, Egypt, Saudi, bloody, so many places that are a shock of culture, don't worry.
And with that shot, what's the craziest thing you've experienced in those travels that you were just like, oh my God, this is like nothing like where I'm from, or how in the world did this just happen to me?
I think it's like, I think when I first went to Saudi, it was where, like, you know, people go to Dubai, you know, Saudi, but that's quite westernized now. Where you go Saudi, that's very Muslim, you have to be very respectful. But, like, when you're not playing golf, off course, it's quite hard to switch off. Like, a lot of guys like to either, you know, go to the bar or some sort of entertainment. They don't have that there. Like, you can't just go drink in Saudi because it's not a non-drinking country. But then some of the places was South Africa. I did a lot of time in South Africa last year on the Sunshine Tour, and they've got load shedding, which was out of control, where load shedding is where South Africa sell their power to Zimbabwe. Yeah. And so depending on what area in South Africa you are, whether you're in your stage 1, 2 to 5. So my very first event was down in Durban, and they go, yeah, we're in category 4. And I'm like, what does that mean? He goes, we don't have power from 7 till 9, 1 till 2, 7 till 9. And well, what do you mean? He goes, if you don't have a generator, you're literally with a candle and
nothing.
And so it was quite funny. It was like, it's outrageous. This happens. Is this just a couple, just came in for a couple of months? He goes, no, this is South Africa. This is how it works. I'm like, so the funniest thing is, like, in the mornings, you don't realize what the time is. And you're running downstairs to turn the kettle on for a coffee. Otherwise, you're drinking hot water.
And it just gets turned off automatically. So those things in the Western world we're so used to, having a refrigerator.
And I think it's like traveling a lot too. I found, like, you know, it's all about playing and try and manage your body. And it's in Asia, especially a lot last year, where you're not in the westernized parts. We're in Jakarta in the mountains of Bogor, and there's no corner stores or any strips of westernized shops. So I was eating steamed rice and egg for literally 3 weeks so I don't get sick. And it's that stuff where you go, it's cool seeing countries, but you're like, God, I miss home sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think, you know, keeping your energy up, keeping your mental health up, all those sort of things when you're traveling in the game. Not that, but you're playing 4 days a week, probably plus a pro-am most of the time. Another putt, real time, no edits, no cuts. I think you're gonna put this in about 2 feet. Closer than what I thought. It's pretty good. All right, clean it up.
We'll see.
Nice par.
Perfect. I'm going to play this pretty simple, like stress-free, where I'm just going to knock a 4-iron down onto the middle of the fairway and leave ourselves kind of hopefully a wedge in. Normally, if you want to be a bit barbaric, without this wind, you could probably try and get an even closer hit driver, but I feel like it just brings in a little bit too much risk into play.
So Brody, one of the reasons we actually got a chance to know each other is you're working with Grant Field, co-creator of the Pro Path Putting Mirror. What are you actually working on with Grant at this time?
Pretty simple stuff at the moment where we're not like, let's say, we're not reinventing the wheel with anything. Like, you know, we're not always grinding away at something. We're in a bit of a maintenance session at the moment where obviously we're getting things ready for when I'm back out on tour for, you know, a few months of the year. We've got total control of how I can keep things in a good spot all the time. So that's making sure our putting setups are good, which we use this funny tool, it's a Pro Path mirror somewhat.
Never heard of it.
No, so the back to basics mirror, like, you know, that's what keeps our putting together. Then when we're doing, say, short game work, making sure the structure's there, we're using, like you've seen, use the gravity fit band again, but then also with the rest of our, you know, range or long game sort of stuff, just having a good maintenance bay where once we've got all the, you know, the checklist all off, we can just keep playing. And so that's where we're just going through making sure I know completely the type of player I am, the way I swing it and the why, the little mistakes happen. And that's all it is just kind of having total control. It sounds funny, it's like I use Grant more of a, you know, he gives me the right of path in that way. It's there. He goes, your swing's good, this is good, go have fun. So like, because I've got the tick of approval that everything's in good stead, I don't have to think about swing. I don't have to think I don't have my game. But yeah, no, just yeah, again.
And I love that, right? Just go have fun. That's the biggest thing out there, guys, is, you know, we're doing this today to you know, a bit of edutainment is like they call it, and just go have fun. We got these guys behind us. They don't look like they're having fun. They look like kind of pissed I'm in their way right now. But, you know, what can you do, right?
That's what I find sometimes too, like, people can overcomplicate a hole, like they go, oh, we have to worry about this. Like, you know, when you got a wedge in and it's, you know, it's a tasty pin like that, you just, pretty simple, just try and hit it as close as you can.
Great shot.
Oh, let's push it away.
Now, those in America watching this, I get asked all the time, how many kangaroos are really in this country? Guys, check this out. This is how amazingly special it is to cruise around Australia and see the skippies and everybody kind of cruising. How cool is this?
I'm so nervous right now.
I'm so nervous right now too.
Look, this guy, he would...
Look at him.
He would ruin you.
I know he would. Let's kind of back up because I don't know if they like us being here.
Oh my God, he's huge.
Pretty cool, hey?
Yeah. Just a kangaroo, mate.
Just a kangaroo, mate. And no, they don't actually really eat them.
No, we don't.
I get asked all the time.
Do we eat kangaroos?
Do we eat kangaroos?
Definitely not.
There are more kangaroos than people in the country, though.
Do you know that for a fact? I don't
know if that's, I don't know if that's true.
I don't know what, you don't know what a kangaroo's thinking, but like when he stands up, he would destroy me.
I mean, we've all seen the videos. I mean, I'm 6'2", and that thing, if it stood up, would have been easily 6'4", maybe 6'5".
Oh, it was easy for you though. You're on the left-hand side of the cart going, oh, this is great, Mr. Tourist. But I'm feeling like I feel pretty good about this one.
One time. Back to basics?
Back to basics, baby.
That's right.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Nice birdie.
Cheers, boss.
Give it up.
Cheers.
Bang. So right now you're going through your pre-shot routine, but what sort of pre-round routines do you have? I mean, Wheat Bix, Vegemite on toast, what sort of weird Australian?
Yeah, Vegemite and cheese on toast.
Oh, jeez.
No, I don't really have any kind of weird like superstitions or anything like that. Like, or maybe we've before I turn my phone off, before I play, I always have to see an even number. And like anyone that kind of knows me, that even before bed, I have to make sure I've seen an even number. I don't know why, but I think it's maybe because I played a good round once, and when I turned it off, I'm even, but nothing too crazy like Vegemite or.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard of even numbers going through your wedges, or not your wedges, but your clubs when you're kind of in your pre-round routine, but I've definitely never heard about anything to do with the phone.
No. All right, let's see, put this one close.
Shot. I think that's going to be pretty close.
There we go.
Touching a bit on the weird things that Australians may eat, at least to us Americans, and you obviously get to travel between both of them quite a bit.
Yeah.
What differences do you see in food? Macca's here to there.
Well,
I mean, I say it's a world of difference in Australia compared to what it is in America.
Well, there's two things I've noticed, and like the large McDonald's kind of drinks that you get here are like the smalls in America, but then two, American coffee is terrible.
It's horrible. I mean, it's literally pot coffee, and we live in coffee heaven here in Melbourne, and that's why we're at Coffee and Carts. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Public service. Fix your pitch marks. Hey, how about one extra? Let's find another one here. That's the rules. I think we got another one where we got.
Had a little dent
yep. Get this little guy. Yeah, there we go. Always fix an extra one.
Just aerate it, mate. But yeah, so coffee needs a change. I don't know why. You guys know Australia's got some of the best coffee. I don't know why you don't try and copy what we do for once.
I mean, we probably should, right?
But nah. But yeah, nah, drinks are oversized. The fried chicken's unbelievable. Shout out to Chick-fil-A.
Shout out to Chick-fil-A.
Oh, that's like my kryptonite.
Oh my God, Chick-fil-A is so good.
Your sandwich.
Chick-fil-A, and coming soon to Australia, and we are not sponsored here, is Wendy's. Love a good Frosty and chips.
Jeez, I hope they see that, eh? I reckon we've got a good chance of holding something here. It's a bit of a longer putt than we thought, but I said, little right to left, uphill.
Let's get back to basics.
Back to basics, yeah. Oh, didn't break it enough.
Did not break enough.
Oh, there's a bit of a misread there. I thought I gave a bit more than I needed to, eh? It's all right, let's clean it up.
Speaking of mystery, that's what I've always called McDonald's, the mystery meat.
Say again?
McDonald's has the mystery meat. I mean, who knows where it really comes from, right?
No. There was that... Have you ever watched the documentary, The Chicken Nuggets? Oh, you'll never eat chicken nuggets again, mate.
When you call it Macca's in the US, are people like, what?
I actually try and speak American sometimes so I don't have to repeat myself.
Yeah.
Hey, sir, how you doing today?
Yeah, it happens here. That's pretty good. Happens here all the time. People are like, what? What did you say? I'm like, am I even speaking the same language?
Can I get takeaway or to go?
Nice.
Now that's a wrap for our very first episode of Coffee and Carts. Thank you so much to Brody Harbinson and Heritage Golf Club for letting us come out here today and film our first episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and if you do and you want to see more content like this from Back to Basics Golf, please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment below. We want to know what other kind of pros you want to see on here. We plan to get more tour professionals, more golf coaches, giving you the inside scoop on what their lives are like or what their journey has been just besides playing the game of golf.